So you also were bummed out about the Billy Crystal thing?
Oh, dude.
I guess you were at the Billy Crystal Broadway premiere, which is getting rave reviews, everybody.
The Times, the Daily News, the Post, it got amazing reviews. And I've never been to a Broadway premiere.
No?
No.
Neither have I.
But I said, let me go, because Billy and I have the same manager. And
Was it a happy gay time down there on Broadway?
It was, yes.
I bet it was.
And I had my little camera. I'm going to go get some celebrity pictures, even though with the invitations, there's a little note that came with every invitation that said, cameras are absolutely not permitted. If you bring a camera, be prepared to check it. No exceptions will be made. But I figured there's going to be one exception made, and it's going to be me. So I have my little camera on the side. And as my ex-girlfriend and I went, because, we're still friends, we hang out. We don't bang, of course.
That's the weirdest thing ever, but...
She's the only one I'm friends with, but I still like her as a person. And, once you fucked me, why come back for seconds? God forbid. You should do that. Of course not. Just hang out for the jokes. The jokes. Come for the jokes.
Did you spit in the
garbage can?
All right,
Pissed
thank
off,
you.
Out of respect. So we get there, and as we walk in, Rob Reiner's on the red carpet. I'm like, this is going to be fantastic. I go downstairs, waiting to use the bathroom right after I check my coat, and I hear a really familiar voice. I look up, Harvey Keitel is walking towards me.
Oh, and this is star-studded.
Dude, I love Harvey Keitel.
Who doesn't?
So I clear my throat, and I kind of pump up my chest, and then I fucking stare at him as he walks by. I say nothing to Harvey
that must have
Keitel.
looked odd. He must have been laughing in his head. Look at this.
I wanted so bad to go, can I get a picture? We just got there. I didn't want to get thrown out of the theater. She was on the toilet. So I wound up not getting a picture with Harvey Keitel. That's
some idiots in the bathroom staring at people.
Just staring at everybody. And then he, jerked off on the side of my car and told me, he made me spit my gum out. And then I was shot and he took me to the hospital. All right, enough. So we watched them. I'm not even going to give a review of the show. The show was excellent. It was very funny. It was moving. It was just great. During intermission, I'm down there. I'm waiting to use the bathroom. I see Chaz Palminteri, but there's too many people around. Yeah. I can't get a picture with him. Because, again, you don't want to get booted. I'm walking out of the bathroom. Robin Williams is online. For the bathroom.
Robin Williams. Oh, look, I can make something out of your camera. Look, it's a hat. Oh, wow, that's funny, Robin. Wow, that stream of consciousness. Just amazing.
Well, I like him. He was,
little fat man, come up to Robin. What do you want? What?
He was the only celebrity that acknowledged me.
You know Robin.
I know him casually
from the cellar and all that. Yeah.
So I walk
just
out of
acknowledge you because you're a prop for me. Look, he's like my testicles.
He puts out his hand for me to shake. And
Big hairy mitt.
Big Oscar-winning mitt.
Oh.
And my hands were clammy because I had just washed them, but I didn't dry them properly.
Oh, good move.
They're all wet.
You're just a walking social faux pas.
I shake his hand with a wet hand. And I'm like, it's only wet because I washed it. He's like, what? I'm like, I just washed my hand. That's why it's wet. And he kind of laughed.
Oh, you were explaining explaining your damp paw?
He laughed to be polite, and I think he was also grateful that I wasn't getting urine and semen all over his fingers, so he was just happy to have to finally be rid of me. So we watched.
He has sweaty hand. Shut up. Say nothing funny, but he says it in a way that everyone thinks they gotta laugh.
It was. I walk upstairs. It's mobbed with celebrities. After the thing, Tavern on the Green is where the big after party is.
Oh, look at you, Tavern on the Green.
So I go there, and we're just kind of sitting there hanging out, talking to people.
Can I ask you how you got invited to this?
I have the same I have the same manager as Billy Crystal, Robin Williams.
Oh.
So of course I got the invite. Great seats in the mezzanine, first row in the mezzanine. Can see the stage. The show is fantastic. We go to Tavern on the Green, which I've never been to. And there's all these wealthy people and power players in the business. I'm all fat in my suit that I bought last summer, which fit great. And I'm so depressed because I'm wearing like a silky shirt, which just shows my titty outline.
Oh, no.
My ex looks phenomenal, and I'm just sitting there. I can't button my suit. If I button my suit, the bottom kind of flares out to the left and right. You know how you button something over your fat stomach, and the bottom flares out to the left and right? It's like my suit flares out like that little midget's hands.
Well, I think it's time for a new suit.
No, it's not. It's time for a sit-up. Mom is right. Maybe you could tone up and not have to buy new clothes every 4 weeks.
The gym right downstairs, you lazy bastard.
Yeah, you don't even have to leave the building.
Yeah, hit the 2 before the L, you fat pig, and do a little Stairmaster. Then go down and get your car and cruise prostitutes and pretend you don't know they're trannies. So I'm at Tavern on the Green, and I see like a little hubbub in the middle. I walk into the middle, and I see there's Billy Crystal having press photos taken. The press was allowed to have cameras. And I don't want to yank my camera out because I don't want to, to get thrown out. But I yank my camera out, and I find Tanner, and I see Robert De Niro standing there. And I've never seen Robert De Niro in person, and it floors me.
Of course it does.
De Niro. So I get Tanner, and Tanner works for Billy Crystal. She works for David. She's my manager's assistant, so she works for Billy, too. And Billy's the one who didn't want the cameras there, because he didn't want everybody to get bothered, which is fine.
De Niro could have trumped my Clinton picture.
Dude, De Niro.
I know.
And I'm like,
De Niro.
I'm like, Tanner.
Remember we were thinking about what trumps my picture with ex-president Clinton?
Opie, could you just imagine how nuts Jimmy was going?
Dude, you don't my heart.
In his head.
It was De Niro.
Going crazy. He's all about, Jimmy is all about pictures with celebrities.
Right.
Loves pictures with celebrities. He's so proud of every picture of a celebrity he has. He hangs them up in his apartment so people can gawk at him. And there is the king.
The greatest that I would.
De
one
Niro.
of the greatest. One of the greatest.
One of the greatest. That would have been on your top
three.
Right.
Yes. So I get Tanner, and she doesn't want. I'm like, just come on. So I walk up behind him because he's going towards Billy Crystal to do some press photo. I didn't even know he was there, and I tap his arm.
Oh no!
You don't tap De Niro
I said,
ever.
And I said, Bob.
Bob.
I called him Bob.
Hey, Bob. You're not one of those guys on Leno where you could call Robert De Niro Bob.
I can't even call Bob Eatman Bob. I called De Niro Bob.
Did he say, hey, Bobby?
So we were hanging out.
Me
It
and
was,
Bobby.
Me, Bobby De Niro.
Right.
Chuck Heston.
Yeah.
He turns around. I put my hand out. And he shakes my hand. And what I should have said.
Was the hand dry at this point? At least?
It was dry.
Okay.
He dried it on Robin Williams' fur, that big foot.
I was so speechless that it was De Niro. And what I should have told him was that I'm a comic and I love King of Comedy. I really do think that's such a brilliant portrayal of comic psychosis. But of course I don't do that because I'm a nervous nothing. So I just go, I'm a big fan. Can I get a picture? And he said no.
Oh no!
It's the first.
I'm amazed.
The first
I'm amazed
celebrity
you're still alive.
turned down.
I'm amazed you're still alive.
Ever.
I can't look at Jim now.
Yeah.
It's the
I'm picturing the scene, and I can't look at him.
Why didn't you kill yourself this weekend?
Because the only one that ever turned me down before that was Frank Vincent, who was the one that Joe Pesci smashed his head in the car door in the original, and they were the one that they stabbed in Goodfellas in the trunk.
Right.
But that was going backstage to see Kiss, and he had to be somewhere, so I really didn't count that because it was a mob scene. He was like, "Oh,
this was just a denial because you would be bothering him."
No, he was very nice about it.
Of course, he was nice about it.
He said to me, he goes, "Nah, I'm just trying to see Billy." He's like, "And if I take one, everybody's gonna start asking me." And it's like I knew he was being truthful. He wasn't being a prick.
Oh.
He just didn't want to have everybody take photos.
Jimmy, next time you're in a room with Bobby De Niro, you get a picture.
Yeah,
Dude,
next time.
I got 2 handshakes. I believe I'm suicidal, but I did talk to my manager's son, who said he was on the set of Analyze That. The last day of shooting, Bill Clinton showed up, and one of the people who had been working with De Niro the whole time said about Clinton. She said this is the first time that everybody in the room isn't staring at De Niro. So like everything he does, everybody just looks at him.
Because he's De Niro.
I know, and I'm not saying that. He probably just doesn't want to start a frenzy.
Yeah.
But he was nice about it. So I got Rob Reiner, and I saw De Niro talking to this little man. I'm like, well, who's that little fella? He looks familiar. It was Yogi Berra. So I got Yogi Berra.
Yogi Berra.
Yeah, that's just like getting De Niro.
Meathead.
Dude,
Meathead is just as good as De Niro.
Sure it is,
Dude, the only one that would have been as good as De Niro from All in the Family was. I already have Sherman Hemsley. Now I have Meathead. Would have been Carol O'Connor. That might have been close.
You are Rupert Pupkin. You are Rupert Pupkin.
Exactly.
I'm not.
Jerry.
I should have handed him a Pride and Joy card. Maybe he would have taken a picture of me then.
You should have.
But it's not. It gets better or almost as good. Because I walk up to, I finally get near Billy Crystal, who I have one picture with, but it's really blurry. And I walk up and I go, Billy, I'm a comic, and I just wanted to say.
And we have the same.
I didn't mention that.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to, but it would have been too groveling.
Right.
So I said, I'm a comic. I just wanted
Same
to tell
management,
you that
different careers.
yeah, markedly. I wanted to say, I said, I'm a comic. I just want to tell you that I thought you were brilliant tonight because the show is great.
Yeah.
And he gives me a very cold thank you. And then he kind of walks away a little bit.
What is that about?
Don't know.
I don't like that son of a bitch, by the way.
My ex is there with the camera, and I'm like, all right, just get it ready. So I kind of track him for a second. I'm like, you think I can get a shot with? He goes, nope, no pictures. And he walks away from me. So that was how the end of my night turned out. I'd never been turned down by a celebrity.
And you just got
smashed in my
face.
face. I can't tell you the depression I had when I got home.
That's Bobby De Niro.
I can
laughing.
see him walking away with his camera with his head down, just feeling nothing.
Totally dejected.
Mike Wallace was there, and I already have a shot with him. So he walks by, and I smile at him, and he smiles back. So I'm like, oh, Mike and I will chit chat. And I lean into his ear, and I kind of whisper like I'm a confidant.
Yeah.
I say, I'm really glad they fired that awful man. Oh. I would have had more credibility if I said, are your stools as inconsistent as chicken broth lately, you 86-year-old man? I'm glad they fired that awful man.
That awful man.
And he just kept walking. He didn't slow down.
Oh.
It made me realize, last night made me realize exactly.
Maybe he thought you meant Dan Rather.
Oh, you know what? You're absolutely right.
Could've-
Good point.
He could have thought
Oh, my
that.
God. You're absolutely right. I didn't think of that.
Oh.
That's what I'll tell myself.
Yeah.
Miscommunication between myself and the news legend. I don't fit in those places, man. I really
You feel like an outcast.
I know I'm an outcast.
That's how I feel, too, whenever I go to those
Deniro
things.
turned me down.
Pixel Weasel from Georgia on the instant feedback. One day we're going to go to eatabullet.com, and all that's going to pop up is, I finally did, across the screen.
Dude, it's just, it reminded, here's what bugged me about yesterday, and I went through my whole history of celebrity photos. Nobody I've ever asked for a picture has recognized me. Now, I know I'm not super famous at all.
Right.
But I just realized, like, I've contributed nothing. After all the, 2 years on TV, not one person, whether it's Ozzy Osbourne, Kiss, not one person went, oh yeah, I enjoy your
But
stuff
why do you
too.
care so much about that?
I don't know.
He walked
that's
around
what it-
back. All of his celebrity pictures were in a dumpster behind his house. It's about Schmidt. It's about Jimmy.
I listened to that replay over the weekend. I laughed hard again.
Oh.
Like, and we're getting a lot of recognition, and we don't care.
don't-
For some reason, you really care.
About what?
Just being recognized by other celebrities.
No, I care
don't
about getting the
get it
pictures.
like that,
I
though.
care about getting the pictures, not being recognized. It just hit me like, I don't believe it. I don't walk around, hey.
But you wanted one of these celebrities to go, oh, wow, Jim Norton from Tough Crowd.
No, I didn't even think of it until after the fact. I really didn't. I don't expect them to know who I am.
It's not that you want it, but you don't want it, but you want it available. You want to know that they do know without them going, hey, Jimmy Norton.
Or even, like, only because it's easier to get the pictures that way. But I didn't think of it until afterwards. I'm like, I just went over my history, like, Jesus Christ. Not one person that's ever entertained me have I entertained back.
Oh, boy. Maybe
None.
you have, and they just didn't recognize you.
Now, how do you not recognize this fat bird, little baby bird face? Quickly blinking eye, nervous picture.
You're so close to Deniro.
Dude.
And it
But he
didn't
was
happen.
nice about it. He wasn't a dick. I couldn't get mad. It was just like, I know he probably gets bothered. If he takes one, 500 people want him.
We have some audio of last night, by the way.
Yeah. Damn it.
And there's
And then Jimmy walking away.
Walking away with his
slowly.
camera.
Oh, he's coming back. He's looking over his sholdder with the camera. De Niro?
No, it's not going to happen.
No, De Niro just
Nope.
turned
Billy
his
Crystal,
back.
maybe? He sees him.
Billy?
No,
Bill-
no.
No.
It's just not going to happen today.
He's not,
He's just going to walk away
De Niro.
with his little camera
Oh.
with plenty of shots left on it.
Dude, I cleared the camera before I left. I put everything
Of
on my computer.
course you did.
And I cleared it.
Oh, and here's Jimmy after the Billy Crystal last note.
And a man in my position can't afford to be made to look ridiculous.
Well, that was Jimmy Robinson, Anthony.
Ah,
He was
yeah,
a little
the
braver than
powerful one.
Jimmy Norton.
Jimmy just walked away.
Yeah, this is.
Didn't say
He didn't
anything.
turn around and say what Jimmy Robinson would say.
No.
I should have
He
told
just
him.
walked away.
Oh, this is audio from De Niro.
You are a disgusting fat body projectile.
Oh,
Is that what you heard as you're
Jesus.
walking away with your little camera?
I couldn't tell
You
if
were
that was
probably you were probably clutching the camera with two hands.
I hit the button and it went, and closed quietly.
Yeah, someone is saying on the phones, if you are going to kill yourself, could you at least do it live on the show so we get the great exposure and ratings?
No, this isn't
Or maybe
network.
Or maybe jump out the window.
No.
No, please.
This is not network. It's not going to happen.
One for your pals.
Oh, Big Dog from Texas. Hey, Jim, did you see the intern's picture with De Niro? Is that awful?
Oh, wow.
Dude, I got 2 handshakes, so I did meet him, but
Yeah, but there's no record
dude,
of it.
there's no.
Booby Man from Brooklyn wants to know, hey, Jim, to make matters worse, did your ex go home and get railed by someone else?
Oh, I didn't care about that. I'm not trying to bang her, but she probably did. But I didn't try to sleep with her. Not that she would.
All right, well.
And we know, Mormon Jordan from D.C., it says, Jimmy, you're a whore. You get a picture with Rob Reiner after you bashed him as a liberal douchebag since you started with O&A. Yeah, it's not about... Jimmy hates some of the people he gets photographs with.
Well,
it's just a collection of celebrity photos.
And when I bash Rob Reiner, I'm bashing it as a political viewpoints and stuff like that. But as a
director of Spinal Tap.
dude, he's a great director, and he's amazing. God, he was one of the greatest sitcoms in history. He was an Emmy Award winner. So, no, he's a talented guy.
Yeah. Little Tinkle Drinker from whackbag.com. Did little Jimmy slink away and run right over to Shelley Long's house after the premiere last night?
God, Deniro. I'm not going to forget that one for a long time, man.
De
Just the
Niro.
feeling of his little arm. Bob?
Bob?
I called him Bob.
Well, this will help you. Larry
oh.
from Jersey writes, how sad is this? Jimmy is sad meeting Deniro and being ignored, but yet I'm excited about meeting Norton. How miserable is my life?
Oh.
See, that should make you feel better.
That's true. I'm an ass, and you're an ass squared.
No, I did not get turned down, De Niro, with a picture. I did not get turned down. No, that did not happen. I was escorted out.
I gave you my spot next to Billy Crystal.
Spot! Oh.
All right, well.
Mr. De Niro, what? Fat tits, what?
Bobby, I'm here. I got the briefcase. We could get started with the work.
Oh, he opened his camera. He break everything up.
Wow. Casey writes, oh, yeah, well, I got my picture taken with Deniro at the Shark Tale premiere in Central Park. If it would make Jimmy feel any better, I could Photoshop his face over mine for him.
There you go.
I'm so annoyed.
I'm sure there'll be 800 Photoshop pictures on the message board of Jimmy and Bobby De Niro.
Yeah, go to
Bob.
Go to whackbag. Go to whackbag.com later today. You'll see all that goodness.
I would have had more credibility if I just would have done a bad Pesci impression. And
Right.
stuttering prick, hey, you.
Yeah.
I just Bob.
How about a picture? You fucking.
Why didn't I tell him I'm a comedian? Why didn't I just? I can't talk to people like that. I mean, and he's a different level. Most people can't
He
talk
is,
to De Niro.
yeah, completely different
Other
level.
actors can't talk to him. But I mean, I'm a speechless idiot.
Yeah.
James Lifton from the Actors Studio was there. I wanted to ask him, but I tried to smile at him, and he just looked at me accurately like I was shit and kept walking.
That's why you don't go to those things.
They're depressing.
It's, you know what it is? It's a little private club that they all have that you're just not part of. Occasionally, people like us are allowed in there. We're allowed in the fishbowl. Not just looking in, but you're allowed in the fishbowl. And then you realize you're just the goldfish in the piranha thing. You're just there for them to rip apart. There's no being part of it. You could be right next to him. You could be touching his arm and calling him Bob, and you're still just nobody.
Why did you call him Bob?
Because I figured that would sound familiar. And Mr. De Niro, I might have called him Mr. De Niro too.
Maybe you
Mr.
want a
De Niro,
little
Bob.
respect.
Mr. De Niro, Bob.
Mrs. De Niro, Bob.
Why don't we take a break, Anthony?
Just never going to be a part
please.
of that.
We got lots still to do.
Taking a little bit to shake off.
TV's
Fancy.
greatest moments on the way.